observation of rainfall, the analysis of water on the Earth's surface, and so on. This time, we will introduce technologies related to water circulation, such as the observation of water flow in a watershed, including underground. The technologies in Japan are adapted to the climate and culture of Asia. Asia is characterized by unique rainfall patterns, such as typhoons and dry season. In response to that, it is necessary to consider new measures on top of the traditional flood control policies. Additionally, Asia is currently experiencing rapid economic growth and population increase. We must consider how to support the rapidly growing economy. I believe that in utilizing technology, we must ensure that the best choices are made from the design stage, including maintenance and operation. Japan has accumulated know-how during the period of rapid population growth in the era of high economic growth, as well as during the current period of population decline. Today's technologies have been cultivated through those experiences. Although time is limited today, I hope to share information that will not only address short-term challenges, but also contribute to solving medium to long-term issues, ultimately improving the quality of life for citizens. I look forward to today's session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Fukuda-san. We are pleased to count the Japan Water Forum among ADB's trusted collaborators. And we are honored to have the first e-marketplace of the year with you. So thank you again. So now it's time to move on to the solution pitches from our guest presenters. And in the order shown on the screen, each company will deliver a pitch presentation of about 5 minutes, followed by Q&A discussion for about 10 minutes. So in that regard, I remind our audience to please use the Q&A function to enter your questions, and please also indicate the speaker or company to whom your question is addressed. And now, without further ado, let's dive into the solution pitches. Our first presentation is from Oyo Corporation, represented by Tomoko Sasaki, Manager and Geophysical Exploration Specialist, and Hiroshi Ohashi, General Manager and Hydrogeology Specialist. They will present new geophysical exploration methods and management tools for water resources development and management. The floor is yours. I think we will start with the video if I'm not wrong.
Okay, just a moment, please. Video.
Hello everyone, my name is Tomoko Sasaki, working for Oyo Corporation in Japan. We are the leading company of geological survey and consultant in Japan. In recent years, the effect of climate change have led to increase of flood and drought. In order to continue sustainable economic growth in this situation, we will need more fresh water than we have now. On the other hand, available fresh water is limited.
It seems we are facing some sound issues.
We will restart the video. Apologies for inconvenience.
Sorry, please moment.
Let me do the screen sharing.
Sorry, actually, sorry, actually, I tried to share video, but I cannot get the sound. So can you share from Yang-san?
Apologies. We will try that now. Thank you.
Sorry. 多分画面が映っちゃってますね。
Apologies for the inconvenience. We are facing some technical issues, but they should be resolved.
Yes, please.
Our apologies, Alexia. In the interest of time, do you mind moving on to our next presenter first, and then we'll come back to
Yes, so
continue
sorry.
the presentation afterwards.
Okay, so we will go back to this presentation maybe at the end of the presentations. Oh, so let's move on now to our second pitch. Our second pitch is by Naoto Mizuno, project manager, international division for Yachiyo Engineering, about using the underground for flood resilience in Jakarta.
Hey.
Yachiyo? Yeah.
Yes. Hey, thank you, moderator. Hello, everyone. My name is Naoto Mizuno from Yachiyo Engineering. Today, I'd like to make a brief presentation on the introduction of underground space utilization for flood resilience in Southeast Asia's megacities. Okay. Thanks. Okay, now we are conducting the feasibility study on the integrated urban flood management in Jabodetabek, Jakarta Metropolitan, proposing these 4 components of the measures. Then out of them, while we are examining the several solutions, we formulate the concept of the flood management in West Jakarta like this. increase the flow capacity of the river channel as much as possible without large-scale resettlement, because the area is very dense populated urban city, so we cannot conduct resettlement so much. Then, as well as to install the retention pond or returning basin upstream, and to compensate for the flow shortage by underground channels. Then this is a project component which we proposed in West Jakarta. We proposing the retention pond and river improvement and two underground channels for Krukut River and Pesanggerahan River. Length is 18.5 kilometer for Krukut River and 10 kilometer for Pesanggerahan underground. If I'm not mistaken, if this underground channel will be completed, might be the longest one in the world. Then this is a flood allocation by proposed countermeasures. Say base flow or low flow during the flood is treated by river channels, and middle part of the flood is treated by underground channels. Then for the peak cut, we utilize retention pond. Then for this underground channel, we apply the gravity flow type pressure pipe among the several type of the underground channel. So now I'll explain about how to work the underground channel. When the flood start, flood water stored from the bottom of tunnel and shaft, and the water level at the inlet shaft reach the level of outlet. Discharge start from the inlet to outlet. Then when the flood finish, water level of inlet shaft is decreased until the level of outlet. Then after the flood finish, these remaining stored water in the underground channel and shaft will be pumped up for the maintenance. Even the pump up is not completed, and then next flood comes, this underground channel works again. For the construction, we expect to apply several Japanese technology like this for tunneling method and then shield type, then also construction for the vertical shaft and ground improvement and sheet piling. So I hope this project will be a good example for the other cities in East Asia. Okay, that's all my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Naoto-san, for this very interesting presentation. I remind our audience to please feel free to leave your question in the Q&A section under your screen. And as of now, I don't see any question anyway. I can start with one because that's a very interesting technology that you have presented. And how do you determine the alignment and basic dimensions of the underground channels?
Okay, so I'll share my screen again. Wait a moment. Okay. This is say a basic alignment and also the dimension of the underground channel. For the other section, the diameter is determined based on the hydraulic analysis. To fulfill the design discharge to flow the underground channel, we need a 8-meter diameter. For the alignment, we try to follow the existing road or rivers and all other public spaces, because in the private land, there might be underground utilities like wells or piles. So to avoid such underground utilities, we follow the road and rivers. Then the longitudinal plan, we determine the minimum gradient with the 1 by 1,500. This is based on the hydraulic analysis. But to say minimize the scale of the vertical shaft, we apply the steepest gradient at the inlet side end of tunnel with a 1 by 130 or 1 by 140. As a depth of the underground channel, we applied 30 to 45 meters. There's several reasons to apply this depth. And one is that in Indonesia, there's a regulation of the underground space, and deeper than 30 meters, there's no land ownership by private sector. So for public purpose, we can utilize even the under the private land. So this is a method or say story to determine the basic dimension and alignment. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much. I am a bit interested in. So you said that initially is to avoid resettlement issues.
Yes.
So this technology has actually avoided completely any resettlement, or do you still have to keep some alignment, some free space for your alignment?
Yeah. Of course, we need to acquire the land for the inlet and outlet shaft. Then we need a very small scale resettlement nearby the river course. But for the underground tunnel space, we do not need any resettlement.
Very good, thank you very much. And there is a question in the Q&A part. So how do we assess the benefit of this technology? From Wesley Pereira.
Okay, for the benefit, of course, same as other flood control measures, we conducted the inundation analysis with and without our proposed facilities. Then we estimate the area depth and time for the flood before and or with or without. Then we estimate the benefit, multiplying the say asset values in the area. Okay.
Thank you very much. I think we are now coming back to the first speech. Thank you very much, Mr. Mizuno, for your very interesting presentation. And we are now moving on to coming back to the first speech. I think the sound issues have been resolved, and we can now go back to Oyo Corporation, represented by Tomoko Sasaki and Hiroshi Ohashi. To present the new geophysical exploration methods and management tools for water resources development and management. Please, the floor is yours.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tomoko Sasaki working for Oyo Corporation in Japan. We are the leading company of geological survey and consultant in Japan. In recent years, the effect of climate change have led to increase of flood and drought. In order to continue sustainable economic growth in this situation, we will need more fresh water than we have now. On the other hand, available fresh water is limited. So we need smart development and management of water resources. We have been working for smart development and management of water resources all over the world. For example, we did water resource development study in Panama Canal, dam management in Azerbaijan, water security study in India, wetland management in Japan, and flood management in Malaysia. Today, I would like to talk about two of our products playing the key roles in smart development and management of water resources. One is management tool named UROS, and the other is our new geophysical exploration method, ATOM. Firstly, I'd like to introduce our product, UROS, that is one of the integrated water resource management system. In development or update water resources, planning and feasibility study to decide or predict when, where, and how many volume to obtain is very important. UROS integrates GIS, water balance simulator, and surface-subsurface water flow simulator with user-friendly interface. So we can study spatial temporal distribution of demand and supply balances in any scenario easily. This is an application example in Panama Canal. We analyze the water shortage factors in Panama Canal from lake water level data, climate data, and water use data by using UROS. In fact, average annual precipitation of the last decade is 25% less than the previous decade. On the other hand, water use in the last decade is 62% higher than the previous decade. In conclusion, we guessed water shortage factors are insufficient water storage capacity and imbalance between supply and demand for water. Based on these results, we studied 12 countermeasures by using UROS tool. Next, I'd like to talk about ATOM. ATOM is geophysical exploration for boundary of geologic stratum by passive seismic method. We use this for evaluation of aqueous thickness. This method don't need transmitters because it uses natural vibration for transmission sources. In addition, we removed connecting cables from receiving system. So we just put the receiver on the ground to obtain 3 geological structures. It's very easy and quick. This figure shows a sample case in Japan. In this case, ATOM is conducted to find out the most suitable well-developing area. The survey went in only 2 hours because we just put the receiver on sidewalk. By analyzing the data, we understood the aqua is thicker in south area. As a result, we got very good well. These are contact details. If you want to contact us, please send us an email. Okay, that's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for this video, and thankfully it was working this time. So I don't know if you have any addition to make to this video, or if we go straight to the Q&A section. We can't hear you, Mr. Ohashi. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you want to go straight to the Q&A? I have
Yes,
I have a few questions for you. So thank you very much for this interesting presentation and video showing your application. How many application examples do you have at the moment with these technologies?
Actually, in the atom, atom, this one, like aspect sensor, this one has like some application about like infrastructure things or other like water resources things. Like a tunnel as well, and then to build some dam as well. Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I take this opportunity also to remind our audience to please feel free to leave your question in the Q&A section. I still have a few questions in my on my end, but it would be great to hear from the audience as well. What can we do for water development or management by using WROS? Could you explain it in more details? Taking the floor.
UROS has some grade depend on function. Basic grade UROS planning is 1,800 by year.
800.
800 by year. But if you order us to make a base database for UROS, it's free to use UROS planning. The cost to make the database is from 50 to 100 dollars.
Sorry, 50,000, from 50,000
Oh,
to 100,000. It's okay.
Sorry,
Sorry,
okay.
we are not good at English.
It's okay, no worries. So that's the cost of using this technology, actually. Yeah, very good. What is the measurable depth? Because in your presentation, we could see that it was actually quite shallow. How deep do you go for the exploration? How deep can you go with this technology?
Well, right. This one, it's about 50
meters to 100 meters.
Yes.
It's case by case.
Okay.
Our example is 100 meters.
Yes.
100 meters. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Okay. No, very deep. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. I think if there is no additional question from our audience, we thank you very much for this presentation and for your participation to this e-marketplace forum. I think we can now move on to our third presenter. Let me go. Yeah. So our final presenter, our final speech is by Yasuhiro Tawara, President of Geosphere Environmental Technology Corporation, on the GetFlows watershed modeling tool. Yeah, Mr. Tawara, please.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much for inviting me. So let me share screen. Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Yasuhiro Tawara from Geosphere Environmental Technology Corporation. So thank you for inviting me to the ADB marketplace. So today I'd like to talk about a brief introduction of our company and our technology GetFlow simulator. So our company, Geosphere Environmental Technology Corporation, GetC, was founded in 2000 as a venture company, making use of the watershed modeling and simulation tool GetFlows for math-based quantitative solutions. So original version of GetFlows was developed in the University of Tokyo. So we provide consulting services for various water-related problems in actual field for decision-making of various organizations and private companies. So water-related problems at the watershed scale, which are classified into water environment pollution, water resources, and water disaster, are interconnected and very complex. So watershed modeling and simulation technology, GetFlows, is extremely useful, becoming a useful tool. So in this slide, I'd like to explain our developing simulator GetFlows. So this figure shows the conceptual view of GetFlows world. The GetFlows is an integrated watershed modeling and simulation tool, stands for the general purpose terrestrial fluid flow simulator. So in the GetFlows, transport processes of water and various solute, sediment, heat, and naples are treated simultaneously. Naples mean the non-aqueous phase liquids, such oil and such organic chloride. So GetFlows can represent seamless water flow of surface water and groundwater in arbitrary temporal and spatial scales. So this is the greatest feature of GetFlows. So since 2000, the many extensions and quality improvement of GetFlows have been continued, and GetFlows has been applied to more than 1,000 applications, 1,000 projects in Japan and overseas so far. So this slide shows a visualization example from GetFlows simulation result. This movie shows a three-dimensional seamless surface water, groundwater coupled particle trajectory project from the top. So blue particle shows the surface water, and the red particle shows the groundwater. So surface water and groundwater interaction, such as surface water infiltration and groundwater spring, are calculated automatically in the GetFlows system. Okay, so I'd like to introduce another visualization example in this slide. So this is an example of the watershed scale flood inundation simulation. So this model is a high spatial resolution to describe the river cross-sectional shape. So the river water is overflowed from the upstream point. This overflowed water is inundated the downstream area. So next example is a distribution map of groundwater pollution concentration. So let's imagine that a certain pollutant leaks from this point, from this area. So GetFlows can simulate how long it will take and how far it will spread. So from this result, so we can determine that where monitoring wells should be built, or where pumping wells and impermeable walls should be built to prevent the spread of the contamination. So the next is this figure shows the difference of groundwater level between before pumping and after pumping. So for example, if we consider a beverage company, so we can determine the possibility of increasing pumping volume or the sustainability of pumping wells. So last figure shows the catchment area of groundwater pumping colored by a contribution ratio. So it is possible to understand the areas that need to be preserved, that need to be protected in order to continue pumping, continue the business. So in this way, so GetFlows can be applied to various water-related problems with just one tool. So this is also a major strong point. So finally, I'd like to introduce our ongoing project, the whole globe water-related information platform. So the first version of this platform will be developed within this fiscal year, and we will expand our consulting services by providing helpful information to global companies, overseas companies, and other countries. Okay, my presentation is that's all. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much. Again, another very interesting presentation. Okay, so we have one question in the Q&A section from Muslimin Tamtomo. Can the technology be used for real-time monitoring?
Oh, yeah, can the technology use real-time monitoring? Yeah. So yeah, we are developing. We have already developed a real-time system. So for predict the flood, the high water event. So yeah, it is possible. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much. Does this capture also the hydraulic transfer between surface and groundwater in a transient flow system, like, for example, monitoring all the surface water flows and their communication and their transfer to groundwater in the real time, also monitoring in the real time aspect? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. So how these get flows different from other watershed modeling tools? What is the unique?
Yeah. Okay. So let me share the screen again. So okay, so this table is so the comparison of the watershed modeling tool. So we select the Mike C and hydrogeosphere and get flows. So this is all the simulator is a watershed modeling tool. Okay, so from this information, so we can understand the get flows can treat not only water but also air, solute, and napple, and heat, and suspended sediment. Okay, so the treatment of surface water, and groundwater is a little bit similar. So, but about surface water, groundwater coupling scheme, the only get flows adapt the fully coupled approach. Okay, so this is a difference between the watershed two.
Yeah, that was actually my question, the surface water and groundwater coupling. It's already fully coupled in your application. Very good.
Yes.
What are the costs of get flows license fee and consulting project fees?
Okay. Okay. So, okay. So this is a price list for get flows license. Okay. So user have to purchase get flows basic license type. The annual fee is 10,000 US dollars. Now, if user want to do a reactive solid transport simulation, so user have to additionally purchase get flows extension RT type. Okay, this is a price. The price is 5,000 US dollar. From the second year onward, the annual fee will be discounted by 70%. Okay, and another question: the price of the consulting project depend on the project duration and the scale of the simulation and the required accuracy. Okay, so based on my experience, past experience, the cost can range from the tens of thousands of dollars to hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah. Okay.
Of course, it is case specific.
Yes.
We have one question in the Q&A section from Wesley Pereira. Again, thank you very much for your interest in this session. Is it possible to assess environmental flows?
So, do you mean the environmental flow?
Maybe Mr. Pereira can add some
Q&A?
But I presume it's about sediment and it's about contamination potentially. Potential contamination of water resources, surface and groundwater.
Yes. Yes, so it is possible to to visualize groundwater volume and surface water volume and the groundwater pollution fate. Okay, so okay, so
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, thank you very much. So what are your target clients, your target customers, users, and maybe sectors?
So our customer, okay, so regarding the business field of our customer, so many of them use a lot of water, such as beverage companies and semiconductor companies and cosmetic companies. In addition, the insurance company are also our customers to evaluate water-related problem risk. And additionally, the national and local government are also our customers. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. Checking the time, I think we still have time for one or two questions, and I'm still waiting for the audience to maybe raise some question. Okay, so there is one from Mr. Kenneth Ko. Is GetFlow deployable in the cloud or on premises? Aside from GetFlow's surface water license, what other software need to be licensed?
Yeah. Currently, so GetFlows cannot run in the cloud environment. Okay. Yeah, and so when we use a GetFlows, so no. So visualizing software, it is necessary to prepare the visualization software. For example, TechPlot or ParaView. Yes, but free version of the visualization software is exists in the world. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Just giving a few seconds to our audience to raise other questions. So how long is a typical project duration? Like,
yeah. Yeah, it depends. The duration is depends on the scale of the simulation and the required accuracy. So in some cases, the simulation can be carried out in a few months without much accuracy. And in other cases, a high accurate simulation is required over several years. Okay.
Yeah, so you can do just a first version that is kind of a first assessment and then a deeper
Yes.
analysis.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Oh, there is another question in the Q&A. Is there a limit to the size of area to be covered by the GetFlow simulation?
Yeah, so I think no limitation for the scale. So the labo scale is implemented in the GetFlows, and the national scale, the watershed scale can treat in the GetFlows. So not so limitation about the scale, the size. Yes.
Thank you very much. I remind also our audience to please feel free to raise questions to other presenters that presented also their technologies today. We can just direct the questions to the various presenters. There is another question for the GetFlow. How the GetFlow results interface with other mapping apps like ArcGIS, for example?
Yeah, so we are already prepared the converter from the GetFlow result to the ArcGIS format. So we can provide this converter to the user.
Okay, thank you. And again, another question for GetFlows. What level of data is necessary, and is it possible in limited data by calibration? Which country or region is already using this technology?
Yeah. it is difficult. Level is difficult.
You have the data for calibration. And,
Yes.
yeah.
So it is better to get the long-term data and many points of data. So it is better. So our required data is meteorological data and land use and cover data and topographical data and geology data and water use, the human activity data and the river. So calibrated data such as river water flow and the groundwater level and the groundwater quality and surface water quality. Okay, so yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Understood.
I have a question for Mr. Mizuno from Yachiyo Engineering. What type of tunneling methods will be applied for the underground channel?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So let me share my screen again. Yeah, with comparing several types of the tunneling method which can be applied in the urban area, we apply the earth pressure balance seal type method is applied with considering these flows. Okay. Yeah, so basically we can divide into open cut or non-open cut. Then Natom and shear tunneling, then open and closed type. Then the closed type can be broadly divided into two slurry shear type or earth pressure balanced shear type divided. So considering the situation of the say target area in Jakarta, we apply this earth pressure balanced shear type. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And any concern about the water quality that is going through this tunnel?
Yes, this is our big concern and it's my headache now. Yeah, so water quality in the sediment and also the garbage is a very big issue to implement this project. Then in this feasibility study, we are conducting the sediment survey and also the garbage flow survey, which we use the layered method. In the previous e-marketplace, we introduced the garbage monitoring system, so-called the layered. We applied in my project, in my study too. Then we will conduct the hydraulic analysis with contaminating the sediment and also garbage in the detailed design stage. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I think this is related to one question that we have in the Q&A section from Muslimin Tamtomo, sorry. I'm not sure to whom this question is addressed, whether it's for the get flows technology or it's for the tunneling. The question is, in Indonesia, usually we face rubbish debris problem during flood. How does your technology overcome this issue? I'm not sure to whom this question is addressed, but maybe Mr. Mizuno, you have answered that question.
Yes. Yeah, as I explained, this is that matter is very big concern. But as a technology, of course, we use several series of the trash rack and also screen. Then once the garbage and sediment flow into the tunnels, we will use special pump to pump up the garbage and sediment too. Then of course, yeah, during the dry season, the operator need inspection and cleaning at least one time per year. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Another question from the Get Flows technology. So from your experience, are the get flow results being recognized by governments as a basis for policy formulation? For example, land use planning, etc.
Yeah, so not yet, but local government start to use our get flows result. So for land use planning, so to recover the groundwater spring. Okay, so due to the urbanization development, yeah, not for many.
Okay, thank you. And question to any speaker. So please, to all our speakers, please feel free to answer. Can you share any regulatory frameworks for protecting water-related ecosystems or other water asset land use plans? So basically, using your technology, do you have any use of your technology for protecting water-related ecosystem or other assets? Maybe that's a bit broad question, and yeah, of course, your technologies that you have presented today are tools to help decision makers to provide some regulatory framework or yeah. Okay, so I think we are reaching now the end of our session. If there is no additional question, I will I will thank you all again. Thank to all our speakers and to the Japan Water Forum. And we hope that today's presentation have sparked ideas for how we can apply new tools and methods for water resources management. We had 3 very interesting presentations from 3 technology providers. So on behalf of ADB and the entire team behind the e-marketplace, and thank you very much for the team to solve the technical issues that we faced at the beginning. I thank all the participants and the attendees who have joined this session. Just a reminder, as soon as this webinar ends, the post-webinar survey will appear on your screen. So please complete the survey to share your feedback, including what kind of technologies and solutions you would like to see featured in the future episodes. And we hope to see you at the next ADB e-marketplace. Thank you and see you next time. Thank you very much, everyone.
Very much.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Everyone. Bye.